Hello everyone, myself Bharadwaj. In this video, I will discuss about multiple function switch. So open your PLC software. On the left side, scroll down, go to timer category and select multiple function switch. Okay, add the comment multiple function switch. Okay. If you see, there are two inputs and one output. These are digital signals. So I will select two inputs, digital and one output. I will use I3 as my reset and give the command reset. This is my switch and connect the output. This is my output. Okay. Now open the PLC hardware and give the download. Tools, transfer PC to logo. Select the IP address, click OK. Yes. If you don't have the hardware with you, no problem. Just do the simulation and verify the logic. Now I will go to online. Also follow our videos, subscribe to the channel, share our videos with your friends. Okay. So what is multiple function switch? This block have two properties, two functions. One is it will generate one pulse output. Second one is it will generate one continuous output, permanent output. Now go to the properties. If you see, there are two main parameters. One is off delay time and second one is permanent light PL. Let's say if I received one pulse input, then I want the output to turn on for 10 seconds. Okay, select minutes and enter 10. If my input is there continuously for 5 seconds, then I want the output to stay like that continuously turn on the output. Okay, so these are the two cases, pulse output or continuous output. Now I will press the input I1C. One pulse is given, output is turned on and timer is started. It is an off delay timer, so after 10 seconds output will be off. Okay, if my input is turned on for 5 seconds, then output will be continuously on. See, I'm holding the input, timer is running 5. I'm releasing my input now. What happened? The output is on and it will stay like that. Continuous output, permanent output. If I give reset, then the output will be off. What is the reset number? Input I3. So I will turn on the reset. See, output is off, timer is 0. And if you go to the properties, if you see, we can also configure pre-warning for the pulse output. We already discussed about pre-warning in one of the video, and we will discuss again in this video also. Let's suppose my pulse output duration is 10 seconds. I want to give one warning signal to the user that my time is going to expire. Let's suppose I want to give one warning at 5 seconds. Then how to calculate? Half delay minus 5 seconds. 10 minus 5. Value output is 5. So enter 5 here. That means during this 10 seconds time, at 5 second, 5th second, I am turning off the output. And how much time I want to turn off the output? For 1 second. So 1. Okay. What happens now? When the pulse input is received, output will be on and timer will be started. At the 5th second, output will be off. At after 1 second, again output will be on. Output will be 1. Okay. So this is like one blink indication we will give one. Okay, flickering, flashing, like that. Flickering means only one time, not continuously. Blink also only one time. So I will give the input again. See, output is on, timer is started. At 5 second, output off, 6 second again on. That means at 10 second again off. Before turning off the output completely, we are giving one warning, pre-warning to the user that the light is going to turn off, output is going to turn off. Okay, if required. This is optional, not compulsory. We can also test this with another value. Okay, take 15 or some other value. Okay, take 20. Okay, at 12 second, I want to give one warning. Okay, so how to calculate? 20 minus 12. It is 8. Enter 8. So at the 12th second, I am turning off the output. At the 15th second, I want to turn on again. So 12 plus 3, that 3 we have to add here, mention here. Okay. Again, I am giving the input. See, output is on, timer is started. After reaching 12, the output will be off. At 15, on. At 20, off. See, 12 off. At 15, on. You can see here also output in the hardware. At 20, off. So like this, if required, we can give one pre-warning in the pulse output. Okay, make them 0 0 or tick this one so that the pre-warning is disabled. There is no pre-warning. In some applications, if pre-warning is required, we can use this option. Remember, we can also design some of the function blocks characteristics using some combination of other blocks. In Siemens LOGO PLC, the most commonly used blocks or applications are already given in a default library. Remember that. You can find some of the blocks are similar or same, only small changes will be there in their functionality. It is true, but we can use these function blocks directly. There is no need to use some combination of blocks logic to implement this simple function. If we don't have this type of functions in other PLCs, we can design these blocks functionality using group of combination of other blocks. If you found these type of multiple function switch properties in your control philosophies in your industrial applications, share with us if you have used these type of functionalities and what are those applications. Share with us through the comment section. Thank you. I will meet you in the next session.